Today on Channel Zero, we'll be discussing the late breaking news on the Louisiana rapper Michael Tyler, better known as Mystikal. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's go. Yep, let's get to it. Yeah, man, we back at it again. It's been a little while, you know what I'm saying? Wolfpack Entertainment, we doing big things like always, getting it going. But, you know, on Channel Zero, we got to cover the news and stuff that's going on now. I know y'all heard, and if y'all haven't, Mystikal has been locked up again. Again. Man. Now, I don't know about y'all. A lot of y'all are probably young and didn't grow up during the time period when Mystikal was on the scene. But as for me, growing up, Mystikal was one of my favorite artists, man. And when he came out with his solo project, you know, first he came out with Independent. And, you know, a lot of people didn't hear about it. And then it got reintroduced on Jive Records because he had signed a deal with Jive. And then he had dropped the Mind of Mystikal album. It was pretty much the same album, just, you know, a couple of more songs added, a couple of more songs remastered and remade. But outside of that, same song. And, same songs that was on the album. And he did really good with that one, you know, gained some success, gained some fame and notoriety. And then he got his big break when he signed to No Limit. Now, when he signed No Limit, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say his first track that he put out with No Limit was on the I'm About It soundtrack. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I heard him on a No Limit track, on a No Limit album. And then by the time the Mia X Unladylike CD came out, you know, he was a full-fledged member, and he was dropping on practically every album after that. Every person's album. Because I don't know if y'all know, but back in the day, No Limit, when they put out an album, whatever artist, the album that they were putting out, it wouldn't just be that artist. It would be everybody from the No Limit family helping, you know, to, you know, bring fire to each individual artist's album. So, yeah, it would be that one artist's album, but it would have everybody on the No Limit roster on the album on different songs. And after the Mia X Unladylike album, that's when you would see Mystikal on like every No Limit album that dropped therefore on until he went off and did his own thing. Now, if you ask me, I think when Mystikal signed with No Limit, it really boosted No Limit's music. I mean, it really did, in my opinion, because once he signed with No Limit, it was over. No Limit blew up. And I want to say he was a big force behind that. He was a big force behind that. Beats by the Pound was a huge force behind that. I personally feel like, I don't care how much money Beats by the Pound was asking for later on when they tried to renegotiate the deal. I feel personally, whatever they were asking, they were worth it. Because No Limit was never the same after Beats by the Pound left. I'm sorry. After KLC, that was it. You know, they was never the same. And when Mystikal left, man, it just the sound wasn't the same no more. And anybody in the music industry knows that when you have a certain sound, you know, people get used to that sound and they come to you for that sound. And until that sound gets old, you got a hit system working, you don't mess with it. Now, when you've had that sound for so long and you need fresh ideas, then you would want to change to different producers and things of that nature. That's kind of what happened with the Cash Money situation, you know, because for the first and second part of Cash Money's career, Manny Fresh was making all of their beats, everything. You know, Manny Fresh was doing everything, producing everything, you know. But as they got over a certain amount of years under their belt, you know, Manny Fresh sound was, you know Manny Fresh sound when you hear it. I don't give a damn who rapping on it? You know Manny Fresh when you hear him. And after a while, I can understand why Cash Money kind of stepped away from the Manny Fresh sound, because to them it was going stale. So I understand that. But in No Limit Records situation, Beats by the Pound, I'm sorry. They should have kept Beats by the Pound. But anyway, we're getting off track. The reason why I came with this video is because, yes, Mystikal is in jail again for assault on a female. God damn it, man. Would you stop? Anyway, brother, you need some help, because I was really looking forward to hearing some more music. Hell, I used to want to do songs with you. Man, I used to listen to Mystikal so much. I used to rap like Mystikal. Like, I can sound like him. Not saying that I want to, but I'm just saying, bro, the industry needed your sound, man. It really needed your sound. And for you to get locked up again for the third time for this stuff, bro, it's going to be hard for you to fight it. And, you know, I really don't have all the details, but other channels have had the information, and I'm going to go ahead and let one play. And before we get started, you know, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't become a member, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button. And we're going to go ahead and get the information from Hip Hop News. So that way you can get an idea of what is going on with Mystikal. And then I'll come back with my comments. I can't share the footage, so I can only play the audio. You know, so I'll just play the audio right now.
So that Mystikal is behind bars for an alleged rape and assault of a woman. He is held without bond right now, and the details have been released on exactly what happened, or exactly allegedly, I should say, happened on that evening. Now, according to reports published by The Advocate, on Tuesday, Mystikal is accused of assaulting the alleged victim following a dispute over money. Now, Sheriff Detective Gary Keith testified during a bond hearing the same day. The incident occurred on July 30th at the rapper's Louisiana home. The victim, who Mystikal's lawyers say has been in a long-term relationship with the artist, claims Mystikal got angry after concluding that she took money from him. As a result, he punched, choked, and pulled out the woman's
second
hair.
time, man.
Allegedly
Second
stopped her from
time.
leaving the home by taking her
For the
keys
same
and
exact
cell phone.
thing.
That is not all. He then said the woman tried to help Mystikal find the money, which was about $100, and instead he discovered a crystalline substance in his dresser. Xanax, heroin, and marijuana were also later discovered in the home by the police. Now, following the victim's beating, she claimed that Mystikal alternated from being angry to remorseful for his actions against her. He prayed with her and splashed her with rubbing alcohol to cleanse her bad spirits before forcing her on the bed and assaulting her. Now, after leaving the home, the victim went to a local hospital where a rape kit was administered. Medical staff found that her injuries were consistent with her claims. Detectives also found clumps of the woman's hair and broken fingernails at Mystikal's home. Now, we all questioned and asked ourselves after the third time being accused of this, does this brother need help? Is he sick? There's some things going on with him that he may need some kind of counseling and some additional, more extensive help. And it appears to be the case if all of these allegations are indeed and in fact true. This brother needs to sit down for some time and definitely get some help for very, very terrible sickness. Obviously, he may have some drug issues or drug dependencies or drug habits. I don't know what to call them, but there's some shit going on. And hopefully he can get the help he needs while not being able to hurt anybody else, man.
So, as you see, here we go again. Female messing with some money. And then he wants to cause a scene and wants to be violent. Then wants to turn around and have sex. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. And if this is true, over $100, bro. $100, man. What last little chance you had to jump back in the game? Because one thing about the rap game is this. If too much time passes by, you become irrelevant. I don't care who you are, how talented you are. You are dealing with 90% of the viewing audience of hip-hop music is teenagers. And you know they attention span is super short. So this was probably his last opportunity before he went back to this new situation to have put material out and hit the scene and been, you know, relevant again. Because he was doing shows, he was touring. He did a tour with No Limit in him not too long ago. But I'm going to keep this video short. And I just pray that, you know what I'm saying, we get to the bottom of the situation with Mystikal. And I hope that, you know, he get the help he need. And if he can get out in enough time to try to do something with his career, do so. But I don't know. It's looking kind of bad. Damn, brother. I wish this wasn't the situation, because you was somebody I looked up to and you know, loved your music, man. But your personal life is becoming too much of a problem. Well, this is Wolfpack Biz, you know, coming with Channel Zero, letting you know the hip-hop news of what's going on today. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share the information. Share the videos. Check out our content. Have a good one.
Wolfpackclothing.com